Jim Jones has finally broken his silence, and what he revealed in court has shocked the entire music industry. For years, people have speculated about the tension between Jim Jones and Cameron, two of the founding members of Dipset. Their music together shaped a generation. Their chemistry was unmatched, and their influence spread far beyond just rap. But behind the scenes, everything was falling apart. What seemed like a strong brotherhood was actually full of betrayal, lies, and secrets that were hidden for years. And now, everything has come to light. In a recent court session, Jim Jones admitted to physically attacking Cameron. That alone is headline-worthy. But it's not just the fact that Jim lashed out, it's the reasons behind it that have left everyone speechless. What Jim revealed in court wasn't just about a fight, it was about betrayal at the deepest level. A betrayal that didn't just involve business or music, but something far more personal. Jim Jones confessed that his longtime partner Chrissy had been involved in an affair with Cameron, and he didn't find out until it was too late. Imagine building your entire life with someone, your home, your business, your future, only to discover that your partner was having a secret relationship with your closest friend. That's what Jim faced, and it wasn't just a rumor. In court, he laid everything out in full detail. He talked about the pain, the anger, and the heartbreak he experienced when he found out. He explained how the betrayal by Cameron and Chrissy tore him apart inside. He didn't just feel betrayed, he felt played, humiliated, and alone. Jim's admission in court wasn't just a confession, it was a breakdown. He said he had no idea what was happening behind his back. While he was busy building Dipset and protecting their brand, the people closest to him were lying to his face. He described how he started noticing changes in Chrissy's behavior. She was distant, she was cold, but he never imagined she was cheating, especially not with Cameron. And when the truth finally came out, it hit him like a truck. He didn't just lose a relationship, he lost a brother. But it gets even deeper. According to Jim, this wasn't just about love, this was about power. He said that Cameron had been making secret moves behind his back for years. Deals were being made, money was being moved, and all of it was done without Jim's knowledge. He realized that Cameron was trying to take control of Dipset, using his charm and connections to edge Jim out of the picture. And the relationship with Chrissy, that was just the final nail in the coffin. Jim saw it as a full-blown plan to destroy everything he had built. In the courtroom, Jim talked about how he confronted Cameron. It started with words, but it didn't end there. The argument turned physical. Jim admitted that he lost control. He attacked Cameron in a fit of rage. He said the pain and betrayal were too much to keep inside. He said he didn't recognize himself in that moment. But he didn't regret it. Because for the first time, he was standing up for himself. He was releasing years of hurt, frustration, and confusion, and it didn't stop with Cameron. Jim claimed that other members of his inner circle knew about the affair and didn't say a word. People he trusted had been hiding the truth from him. He said they were part of the betrayal, covering up lies to protect their own interests. That's when Jim realized he had been surrounded by snakes. People he thought were loyal were actually helping Cameron take him down from the inside. As Jim spoke in court, the room was silent. Every word he said was like a bomb being dropped. The media was outside the courtroom, reporters were live tweeting every moment, and fans were glued to their screens. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a public reckoning. Jim Jones was finally telling his truth, and the world was listening. Meanwhile, Cameron didn't say much publicly, but sources close to him claimed he was furious about being exposed. They said he felt betrayed by Jim for airing their dirty laundry in public, and rumors started swirling that Cameron was preparing a diss track, a direct response to Jim's courtroom revelations. If that happens, the feud could escalate even further, taking it from the courtroom to the studio and back again. Fans were divided. Some stood by Jim, saying that he had every right to be angry, every right to lash out. They argued that loyalty is everything in this business, and Cameron crossed a line that should never be crossed. Others said Jim went too far, that this should have been handled privately, not in front of the entire world. But no matter what side people were on, everyone agreed on one thing. This was the biggest fallout in Dipset history, and the consequences are already starting to show. Dipset's music streams have dropped. Business deals are falling apart. Investors are pulling out. Brands that once partnered with Jim are now rethinking their relationship with him. And Cameron's reputation isn't looking much better. People are questioning his loyalty, his ethics, and whether he was ever a real friend to Jim at all. Behind the scenes, the industry is on edge. Artists who once collaborated with both men are now picking sides. Some are trying to stay neutral, but others are making their loyalties known. The Dipset family is no longer united. It's fractured, broken by lies, affairs, and power plays. One anonymous insider even claimed that Cameron had been pursuing Chrissy for years, possibly even before Jim and Chrissy got serious. If that's true, it changes everything. It means this wasn't just a mistake or a moment of weakness. It was calculated, planned, a long game that Cameron had been playing from the start. And Chrissy? Some sources say she was manipulated by Cameron, promised a future that Jim couldn't give her. Whether or not that's true, the damage is done. The business side of Dipset is crumbling. Jim had built a reputation not just as a rapper, but as a businessman. He had deals in fashion, real estate, and entertainment. But now, with his personal life in shambles, those ventures are in danger. Several luxury brands that once worked with Jim are now reviewing their contracts. They don't want to be associated with scandal. They don't want to take a risk. And Jim knows it. He knows his empire is on shaky ground, but he's not backing down. Sources say he's preparing to fight back, not just in court, but in business and in music. He's planning to rebuild, to clear his name, and to take back control of the Dipset legacy. But it won't be easy, because the trust is gone, the unity is broken, and the wounds are still fresh. Cameron, on the other hand, is keeping things quiet for now. But insiders say he's working behind the scenes to reshape his image. He's trying to spin the story, make it look like he's the victim, not the villain. And with a possible diss track on the way, he's hoping to win back fans through music. But will it work? Or has the damage already been done? This isn't just a personal drama. It's a crisis for the entire hip-hop culture. Dipset was more than a group. It was a movement. And now that movement is at risk of falling apart completely. Fans are heartbroken. Industry leaders are confused. And everyone is waiting to see what happens next. Will Jim and Cameron ever reconcile? It seems unlikely. The betrayal runs too deep. The trust is too broken. And with so many people involved, Chrissy, other Dipset members, business partners, it's hard to imagine a clean resolution. But one thing is clear. The truth is out. The lies have been exposed. And nothing will ever be the same again. As this story continues to unfold, more details are expected to surface. There may be more court sessions, more music, more interviews, but the damage has already been done, and the legacy of Dipset will never look the same. Jim Jones' explosive testimony has set off a chain reaction that can't be stopped. Fans are still in shock.